Joey here. Welcome back to my channel. I just bought 3 new bottles of ink from Atlas Stationers, so I thought I'd take you along on a journey in which I catalog and swatch them. It took me a long time to figure out exactly how I wanted to catalog everything, and the first step was going through all my old order confirmations to figure out when and where I purchased everything, and then I created a swatch book using this Midori MD notebook. Because I have problems and currently have 125 inks, which I know is an insane number, I had to start a second notebook. On the left, I tape in different types of paper to see how the ink looks on it and if it feathers or bleeds through. I end up harvesting a lot of this paper from old notebooks like Rhodia, Mnemosyne, Stalogy, Clairefontaine, Leuchtturm, both the 120 and 80 GSM. I haven't found a paper that I like better than the old Tomoe paper, and because it's no longer available, I had to cut unused pages from my old Hobonichi Weeks. And now the real fun begins. Look at that purple shimmer. Look at it. Each ink bottle gets its own profile page where I write down the brand, ink name, when and where I purchased it from, and any notes, like samples I've given out. I also include ephemera from the shop or the ink maker. In the very back, there are profiles for calligraphy ink, and I also record bottles I've given away and samples I've tried. This Tom Studio is my second bottle of calligraphy ink. I'm very new to calligraphy, and I prefer to use the fountain pen ink I already have, but since they're such different consistencies, I thought I should try out an ink made specifically for it. I have 2 of these Col-O-Rings. One has all the full-size bottles and the other has samples and the rest of the blank cards. The Kakimori nib doesn't work the best on this paper, which is a bit rough, so I use a Q-tip. I do a first pass, then a second over half the swatch, then a third to really saturate the paper. Do I wish I had made it darker on the bottom instead of the top? Yes, but we're committed now. Since I already have the Q-tip loaded up with ink, I'll also swatch it in the collection pages of my Hobonichi Weeks. I like being able to easily pull cards out and compare them side by side, but it can sometimes be a bit cumbersome flipping through so many, which is why I set up this binder. I was inspired to set this up after seeing the one used by Corinna Loves to Plan. I wanted similar colors grouped together on 1 or 2 pages. It makes choosing an ink easier because I don't have to do as much flipping back and forth. I'm using a Bible-sized plotter refill because I already had it on hand, and I was too lazy to cut and punch holes in anything else. Seeing them all together is also a great reminder that I already have 6 or 7 teals. I don't need any more. It's so crinkly, I love it. Speaking of crinkly, I love flipping through this Kanso notebook. It's Tomoe paper and oh my gosh, I'll sometimes hold it up to my ear and flip through it. It just sounds so amazing. If you've watched any of my fountain pen related videos, you'll have seen this before. I use it mostly for filming, but I also have random trackers in it. I got bored one day and started this page, which is every bottle I own. So when I buy a new one, I create a little box for it. If you're curious why I'm not using my Kakimori for swatching the Tom Studio bottle, it's because calligraphy ink clings to the nib and it's hard to clean off. I also didn't want to contaminate the other bottles. I started this page earlier this year. It's kind of like ink bingo. Every time I ink up a pen, I fill in the box that corresponds to the ink number. Then at the end of the year, I'll know which inks I didn't use. This pen and ink combination is not off to an auspicious start. By now you're probably wondering if there's any ink left in the bottle. Please share in the comments how you swatch and keep track of your inks. I hope you'll consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye!